I would say it's negative 30 with that wind. It's so cold. Just out of the house for a little bit. To go to the post office. How's everybody doing? Just trying to get a few errands done. Hey, Shisha. I go back home. I've been trying to stay home more, but it's hard because being at home makes me super agoraphobic. But I need the rest. Also, getting out kinda sometimes helps my DPDR, which has been extremely bad. I just don't get why it's gotten so bad again. I mean, to a point where some of these symptoms are super acute. They remind me of the old days. Whole body is just burning, stretching. The anxiety pit in my gut. It's just the energy of it is awful. My depression, which comes from the anxiety because I get really down that I get this bad still. It's so cold here. Doesn't help. With the wind, it's probably supposed to be like 30 some below zero. But I had to get my car going because it barely started, so I needed to run it for a little while, which is good. So get out for a minute. Body's just squirming. Same old akathisia. No, I mean, recently I was pretty sick for months with that cough and everything like that. I just kept getting beaten down. They put me on antibiotics, just didn't help. Then I was on steroids, which that's where I think all this started. Not the fact that it was the holidays and I went to drive down to see my dad or doing everything I was doing. But I think once I fucking started the steroids, then after the steroids I was tolerable. But I think everything I did after that, I think my nervous system was so sensitized. I just don't know how to get out of this. I still have to do work. I have to go out. My life is set up to be, in a certain way. It's set up for me to work and do what I have to do. And now I'm looking around going, I can't do any of this. I can do some of it. And it scares me. I've been scared every fucking day. It's really kind of sad. After all this time, about 9 years, I shouldn't still be going through these horrific waves. I've gone through waves that will really bring me down. I mean, but these acute waves where it makes me feel like, whoa, I am years set back, is scary. Because it's like I've got plans coming up for, season. It's been over a year now since I've tapered my Remeron. And now I feel worse than I do when I taper. At least if I taper, I know what would happen. I don't know why this is so extreme. I mean, it could have been anything. I could have missed a dose. Doubt it. I could have eaten something that didn't work. Something with alcohol. Doubt it. But more possibility than missing my meds. The steroids are probably number one in my dysregulation of nervous system. I will remember this wave for years to come. I don't know if I should even taper. The latest I'll taper this year is March, because I am not ruining my summer and the plans, because we're taking some trips, and I don't want to ruin those by tapering during them. So I might do a late taper and ruin the holidays. Because at least with the holidays, I just have to sit somewhere. It will totally suck to be sick, but I don't want to ruin it taking a trip. This is where I'll fucking recover, and maybe I just needed an extremely long time to taper, not to taper, and maybe I shouldn't take so fucking long. I thought by taking a really long time that I could be really strong by the time I taper the meds, and it won't be so bad. But I suffer so bad, so bad. The DPDR is so fucking hard. It's like dizzy and just in a fog and just feel totally detached. It's totally rough. But I went to the post office. It's only 9:45 where I'm at, so it's super early. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to stay on for about 5 more minutes right now. Probably come back on a little bit later. Got a train going by, so I gotta wait anyway. But I don't know, it's like, this has been a problem since day one. If I rest too much, things get really fucked up. If I do too much, things get really fucked up. So I try to get a happy medium with it. And it's really hard to grasp. Yeah, the DPDR is brutal. Mine has less, mind you, I've had DPDR for so long. I had it way before, like a bad case of it, before I had benzo problems. Then, when I got off the benzos, when they took me off and all that shit, it was horrific. But in time, it's gotten better. It's probably, even though I always have it, it's probably better than it's been in a long time. But when it gets this bad, it's almost hard to function with the life that I've built, healing. Yeah. I right now, the only thing I can think to do is go back on a baby diet like I was, the chicken and, because I've added more things to my diet that didn't bother me, but probably have to go back to eating kind of boring shit again, which is sucky, but okay. It's hard because it's winter. I had to snow blow the driveway last week. That fucking killed me. And she asked me to do it again. I said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, we're going to have to get somebody else to do it if we need it. Right now, it's not enough. I'll drive through it. Getting anybody to grasp the ups and downs of my life, it's really hard. It's really hard. Because one year, I'm going out to concerts. The next year, I'm suffering and crying a lot. I really don't know what to do about it. And I know what's coming. I know people, anybody who hears me, going to be like, why don't you go to the doctor and make sure? I already know what it is. I can feel it. I've been there. I already know there's nothing more going on. If there is, I'll find out, when I do go to the doctors. But if it stays so intense for so long, I'd have to go get checked. But There's no reason why my body should feel like this. It's just horrible. It is horrible. My mind's playing so many tricks on me and doing so much weird shit again. It could be worse, because it has been worse. But the thing is, I know it's just the nervous system freaking out all the time. I've done a lot. This year's been madness, but I've never fallen into a wave like this. Never. Yeah, pretty much the same, Sunday. It's different. I've pushed myself to do things all year, this last year, that I haven't been able to do. And it's been amazing. It was awesome. I had so much fun this year. I kept throwing myself into a bit of waves and stuff like that, but it actually showed real healing. That last year was amazing. Hard, but amazing. It was still hard. Don't get me wrong. But killing myself now. I mean, with the holidays, I did so much around the holidays, but it didn't seem like overly pushing it. And then I did a couple things that overly pushed it, but I've done those things before. So, and I know it always sets me back a little bit, but not this physical that I'm feeling is terrifying. And that's keeping my anxiety high, and therefore it's a circle. You know, that's that fucking circle, that downward spiral. It terrifies me. It's so scary. I just want things to get back to like my baseline, and I'm not even close. And I'm supposed to be tapering, and I'm not. I can't. It fucking sucks, and I can't just do it anytime, because now we have dates of plans and trips, and that's what's so hard, is because it's so hard to fucking make plans. And it was getting easier. I don't know. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. Sometimes if I break down, I feel a little bit better. I could easily just take a dose of gabapentin, and these body feelings will cut back like 50%. And it's a crapshoot if I'm going to get way worse after it, or if it's just going to be the same, or a little better. And I'm not willing to take the chance right now because I'm in too bad a shape. It's the only thing I've taken once in a while to calm things down. But when I'm this bad, I can't afford things to shatter, because I won't be able to work. And right now, I'm working, but very slowly. I'm kind of back to how I was before, where I could only go out a couple days a week, and it was hell. Where, like, I got to most of this year, I started going for 4 days a week. And it was so good. So much better. Not even the whole year. I'd say half the year I did like 4 days a week. And now I'm back to 2. And the 2 is really fucking hard. And that's pushing beyond my limits. Yeah, I'll never get dependent on another drug. Never. I don't care what anybody wants me to do or say. If I'm 75 years old and something helps me, that's fine. But I'm only 49, and I'm not going to go through my life trying to get on and off a drug. So, but if I'm an old man and I'm suffering and something will help, then I'll just do it. And then if I die, I die, you know, because I'm old. I've lived my life. Now it's like, ugh. So tired. So fucking tired. No. Try to take some baths. I'm gonna try to meditate today. I'm not gonna be doing anything big for the next few days, so that's good. Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta check something. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't think it's gonna ever end for me, and I'm okay with that, but I need it to be better, you know. I'm still on Remeron, so that's not gonna help. But at this point, it's like it seems almost impossible to taper it. My body will not let me. I can't imagine jumping off, because that'll be like 3-4 cuts in one. That's gonna be hell. I think I'm in bad shape now. At least I'll know what it's from. That'll be dysregulation big time. So, anyway. I can't do 4 hours of meditation. That's actually just too much. I can usually do about a half hour, and that's usually okay, but like too much, the mind just melts. It's not good for me, but I mean, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, all good tips. I'm like sitting outside looking at trees right now. Well, not outside. I mean, it's 30 below. I'm sitting in my car in the heat, letting it just run so it doesn't fuck up later. Leave the head till the afternoon. Oh my God. I wish. I try so hard because I have to work in the morning. You know, in the afternoon, I'm definitely going to take a nap. That's what I'm going to try to do anyway. Yeah, I'm going to keep it going. I'm always going to keep going. I mean, us people who've been in this for like 10 years, I mean, we would have been done with this years ago if we weren't strong. But it's like, I don't know, man, my glutton for punishment. One of my hardest parts is dealing with this and then feeling really guilty that I can't do anything more than I want. You know, I feel like I let people in my life down. Even if they say they're not let down, I have a feeling, you know, I show them one me 1 year, and then the next year it's like, I can't do that. It's like, why? It's like, because I'm backwards right now, and I don't know why. Doctors don't know why. I'm done trying to figure out why. Anyway, I'm gonna head off here. I'll come back on in a little while, maybe an hour. So, you know, keep around, stick around. If you know, watch your phone if you get notifications of it, and we can chat, whatever. I just like, in these states, I like to talk about it. You know, try to feel better. You know. Yeah, no, you're right. I try to keep it as easy as possible, you know. But when you're sensitized, it's like almost everything you do. Like, I was getting stronger, but it seems like everything I'm doing now is just not good for it. But I can't just not do anything. I can't. I have a job. Luckily, I work for myself and I can calm it down, but I still have to do it. I have long drives. I have things I have to do. Oh boy. And going out is the one thing that relieves my DPDR sometimes. It's sticking in my head. Because I have a DPDR problem in general. I've had it for 20 some years, 25 years. Probably longer. So getting out of it is hard. But the more I'm out, getting out of my head and cutting back anxiety, which hence it's worse because my anxiety is so high. Getting out is kind of my savior, but getting out is also putting a lot of stress on my CNS. Yeah, you take care. Yeah. I think we are a lot stronger, but I wish the nervous system would follow. Anyway, take care, everyone. I'll be on later. I can't really do 2 hours because I have to work, but I mean, it depends. I don't do anything to harm myself in the mornings. I just, my work isn't very hard, so I don't do anything like that, but I can definitely, like, around this time, I definitely can take some time to do that, for sure. I mean, it's a good suggestion, because I have to start being kinder to myself, because I got kind of cocky, because I was doing pretty good last year for a long time, and when a long period of time happens, you start taking advantage of it, and then you overdo it. But then again, I had to take steroids for being sick. There's nothing you can do about that. Every once in a while, you got to do something. And I think that kind of, with everything I was doing, and the antibiotics, which I never take, but I was so sick.